Hi, this is Scott Lukes from Echo Summit Property Management. Today we're going to be talking about finding the perfect tenant. This is a huge issue in property management. Probably the number one call we get for advice, whether it's from investors or realtors, is on doing the background check and advertising and really finding that perfect tenant. And then of course once they're in there, that's where the game begins, and that's where professional property management takes over. One of the main things that I think people miss when you're talking about finding that dream tenant is it starts far, far, far before the application and showing the property and getting the property ready. How are you advertising the property? How are you marketing it? Let's take the write-up. The write-up, how long are you actually spending describing the essence of this house to your dream tenant? A write-up is not ubiquitous. A write-up will appeal different to a blue-collar worker, to a white-collar knowledge worker, to a property manager for that matter. Who are you trying to get into your property, and are you writing that message specifically for them? The photos. Are you just going through there with your Kodak point and shoot, or do you actually have a professional camera with nice wide angle, but not too wide angle lenses where you're getting just the right shots? Are you positioning the blinds just so that the light is perfect and really showcases each room? Are you really, really, truly marketing and advertising that property professionally? And then where are you advertising? Of course, everybody now, Craigslist, right? Everybody's advertising on Craigslist. Well, guess what? As you might have guessed, it's not enough just to do Craigslist alone. You have to be on, for instance, at Echo Summit, runrentals.com, where we use their network of sites, where we hit 90% of the known internet universe. Oodle, Vast, Google Base, HotPads, all of those types of things. You have to be on those properties in order to hit the maximum amount of the right kind of eye traffic that you're looking for your property. Then when you're finally getting those eyeballs on your ad and you're getting interested parties, are you letting them know what your strict selection criteria are to be a tenant at your property? And so, of course, you need to have published selection criteria that you use each and every time before you process an application, or the tenant knows anyway that you're going to hold them accountable when you run the application. Things such as credit score, rental history, job history, etc. We'll talk about those in detail in a second. So once you have disclosed to them your selection criteria, you need to have a very, very detailed application that gets all the right kind of information that chronicles the salient parts of their life that mean something to us as landlords. So there's a whole nother section that we have, another video and another paper on the application, and so you can visit that one to get more details on that. But once the application has been processed, or once they have filled out the application, it's time actually then to do the processing. So again, with the processing, you're looking for a good, solid credit score. But that's not enough. As you know, even good people maybe have had bad situations, whether it's divorce, job loss, etc., that has impacted their FICO. What about their rental history? How good of renters have they been? What about their job history? How good of employees have they been? This is something you can't just download off the internet. You've got to make phone calls. You actually have to talk to people about this. And it's not okay to just do one. You actually have to go back quite a ways to really characterize this person who's going to be occupying your multi-$100,000, in many cases, property. What about their criminal background? So yes, of course, we're going to do a federal criminal background check. We'll do a state background check. What if they moved just recently, for the last couple of years? Now you're going to have to do a multi-state background criminal check to really, really ensure that the person that's moving into the property is the person you think they are. We had a situation once in the early days of Echo Summit where we actually accidentally let somebody who was a convicted sex offender actually occupy one of the properties. It was a horrendous exercise. We got it resolved. We moved them out. It was pain for everybody. Lesson learned. But this is an area where even the most professional property managers can go backwards if you're not very, very, very careful. Then once you've approved the applicant, you got to set the stage at the lease signing. You've got your dream tenant in there, but now you need to show them that you're serious. You need to be explicit about their responsibilities when they're a tenant of yours, and also about your responsibilities to them. It's a two-way thing. And one of the first tests of this responsibility relationship is the condition inspection report that they're supposed to return to you shortly after they move in. Don't accept a late condition inspection report. It's the first sign to the tenant that you actually are not serious about your business if you, at the very first opportunity, bend your rules. Then, throughout the whole time that they're a tenant with you, be serious. Be present at the property. Let them know that you're serious about keeping this in the tip-top shape. At Echo Summit, we do monthly drive-bys. We're inside the property on average about 4 times a year. You have to let them know that you're not just serious about the property, but also that you care about them. Be there. Answer the phone call when they have a question. Return the emails. Answer the phone calls when they have maintenance requests. That way they know that not only are you serious about the property, you're serious about them. Chances are they're going to treat your property like the dream tenant you had hoped for. So that wraps up this section. For more information on this and others, please go to our website, echo-summit.com/education. Thank you.